Welcome to the House of Coffee and Chaos, where the coffee is strong, the kids are loud, and the chaos is absolutely real. I'm Kat.
And I'm Flick. We're two mums figuring out as we go. Juggling motherhood, careers, relationships, and everything in between, all with a lot of laughter, a little sarcasm, and no backup. If you've ever reheated the same cup of coffee 3 times, you are in the right place. Let's get into it.
Welcome, Kate. Welcome, Kate. Can you give us a little bit of an introduction as to who you are and tell us a little bit about your app?
Yes. So I am Kate. I'm a mum of 2 boys. I've got a 4 and a 5-year-old, handful. And I created the app Playtime Planner pretty much because being at home full time with my kids, planning became such a nightmare. I wanted to create something where you could plan your day or your week within the time that you drink a cup of coffee. And that's all your playgrounds, all your events, all your activities, and everything that kind of gets parents and kids out there in the community. So that's that. And actually, I had the pleasure of meeting you, Flick, through this journey. So it's been such a nice journey getting to know different people in the community. And I'm so excited to meet you, Kat. And
yeah, you too.
Yeah, let's have a good chat today.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's honestly such a good idea. Was there a kind of turning point that you felt like it suddenly sparked that you wanted to set all this up? Like, what was the light bulb moment where you were like, I've got to do something about this?
Look, from the moment I had my firstborn, I was trying to think of a way that I could not go back to a typical 9 to 5. I didn't really thrive in my career before. And so I wanted to find a way that I could work around being with my kids more. So I always had my eyes out. I was always looking for something. And there was actually an amazing mum, Georgie Healy, who is local to us, that had created something similar. She'd documented all of the playgrounds in the eastern suburbs and put it into an app. And I followed her on Instagram and I downloaded the app and used it. And then that kind of fizzled for her. She got her dream job in tech and it wasn't a priority anymore. So I did some deep online sleuthing and found her contact details and emailed her and asked, is she still doing this? If she's not, can I take it over? And she kind of coached me through the process of how to build an app, I wasn't even on really using Instagram at the time. So I didn't know what a reel was. And she was like, this is how you make a reel, really basic stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it really just stemmed from I wanted to be more flexible with my work. And so that's the goal, the long-term goal for sure.
I think that's quite common with women these days. Like when they go into motherhood, they're like, oh my God, the thought of going back to work, how are you going to manage it? You kind of want that flexibility. Yeah, do your own thing. And you have all these ideas because you're a new mom and you're like, what could make my life easier? And yeah. It's really cool.
Because we have such a huge mental load and you can't explain it to someone that hasn't gone through the parenting journey before. I never could have expected how much you would actually have to think about.
Yeah.
So it's if you can just make one little aspect of parenting a little bit easier, then it'll feel like a win.
Oh, 100%. Kat and I talk about this till the cows come home. What can we do as our hustles that can turn into a main job that makes life more flexible?
Yeah.
And because we're in the thick of it, aren't we? We're literally from all the way through the night, waking up in the morning to going to bed at night as well. We are surrounded by all things parenting at the moment. It just seems so prevalent. I feel like it's where the strongest ideas come out, where you wake up and you go, this is a consistent problem, for mums. So whatever it is, this is a consistent problem. Is there any way that we can turn this into something that could help people, but also so I could make it a bit more of a hustle, more than a hustle, I suppose.
Yeah. Because I just I don't know. I've got one starting kindy this year, which I'm not going to talk about because I will cry. And the 3 p.m. pickup. How do people juggle that if they're both working full time? It's it's a lot. And they start at 9.
Yeah.
9 till 3 is just such a short day. It's wild.
Me and Kat have talked about this as well, haven't we? Till the cows come home, because you've got, Kat, you've got your children in different daycares as well at the moment, haven't you?
Yeah, so my eldest, she's in long daycare a few days a week, and then 2 days we got into preschool, but it's school hours. It's slightly better than the 9 to 3. It's 8:30 till 4. So it's just that little bit extra, which
Yeah.
really does help. But so it's like I have to do drop off at 8:30, then get into the city. So I'm not getting into work until 9:45 sometimes. And then you kind of feel like, oh, I'm so late. And then my husband's got to do pickup, and then he's got to leave really early just to pick her up. And then obviously, as soon as you pick them up, there's nothing, you can't really do any work because it's just
No.
chaos.
Yes,
So bedtime.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And they say too when they're young to like try not to put them in like too many after school activities or things like
Yeah.
that. But families don't have choices.
Yeah.
No. So in my ideal world, this makes so much money that I never have to go back to a 9 to 5.
Fingers
That
crossed.
would be the dream. That would be
Yeah.
the dream. So what is it? So what, in terms of your app as well, how have you kind of put it together? Like how long has it taken to build it, and kind of in terms of content and things like that? Are you able to just keep adding and adding and adding? How does it work?
So I worked with a developer. We started October 2024, October, November 2024. Version 1 is out now. And we only wanted to launch the basic version so that we could test the idea and see if people like it, see if people want to use it before launching everything that we've got. And it has gotten quite good traction. But that's taken, a really long time to do. And Flick, trying to build an app, it takes a really long time. And also the data input is all being done by me, and I've got a friend who helps. She'll do a couple of hours a week, but it's been like, something like 70 hours just inputting playgrounds. Like it's a lot. There's 2,500 activities of playgrounds on there now. So it is, it's a lot of work. Yeah.
Oh, that's insane. That's absolutely amazing. And what an achievement as well, because we talk quite a lot about the fact that even since we started the podcast, phones have started creeping in again. We're trying to check messages when we can. But obviously all our first podcasts were, God, what time, Kat? Like 10 p.m. at night on a Tuesday?
Wild.
Yeah.
Minimum, isn't it? It's like, and then
Even
Kat would
then.
text me and, he'd say the kids were in bed finally. And I'd be like, my kids are not in bed. We're just going to have to wait another hour.
Oh, no.
And like then we'd get on at like 10 o'clock, and then you'd hear like Harper crying or something, and you'd be like, oh no.
Yeah. It's like they knew every Tuesday, wasn't it? Because
Yeah.
if we said like a Monday or a Wednesday randomly, then it would work. But our consistent Tuesday, something always happened. You could hear Grant like crashing around downstairs trying to juggle both. I'd be like, are they still awake? And you're like, yeah, mine's still awake. They've just come in. It's like they could hear us. It's
Yeah.
They just know. They know.
Even yesterday, we were messaging, and like every time I picked up my phone, Harper would just be like coming and sitting on me, like and like trying to get my phone. Like they just do not let you do anything.
No.
The juggle is real, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It is. And you're trying to lower that tech. Like we're in the tech world, right? We're doing everything online now as mums. And I think that's a huge thing that people don't really talk about, is that, yes, we're trying to set up these hustles. We're trying to be flexible. We're trying to do these businesses, but it does mean you're a one-man band. I have to hide behind the pillar, or like in our kitchen, or yesterday, sounds like I live in a castle. I actually don't. It's just a wall. And yesterday I voice noted you, didn't I, Kat? And I was like, just walking to the bins. This is the only opportunity I have to quickly message you about a breakdown of what's happening tomorrow. And then, you can hear in the back, I'm like, Mom, it's crazy.
It's so hard. It's so hard. And I'm normally like, I like to be asleep by 9 o'clock. But if you're trying to build something and make something great, you're just up all the time. And there's always something to do, right?
Yeah. Always.
All the time. Yeah, absolutely. And what's the dream then for the app then? Moving forward with users and things like that, what is your dream kind of in terms of it all coming together? Because it's a lot of work. So like uploading all of that and the kind of manual side of it is huge, isn't it?
I think the dream definitely is, going forward, we've got some new really exciting features which will make it more of a community base rather than just listings of everything. And the dream is really to connect people together. this can be a really isolating moment of your life if you don't connect with your mum's group and you don't have friends having kids around the same time. Like, you kind of have to make your own community. Same as with pram steps. You need people around you that are going through this same stage of life. So I really wanted a way to build this into a community. Connect parents, connect even nannies, connect them to each other so that they can take the kids out on play dates together, get kids out trying new things with new people. And hopefully, this year it's about building to scale, get that perfectly right for Sydney, going to the rest of Australia, hopefully get some VC funding so that I don't have to start charging people straight away. That's the dream. And just really getting it out there and creating something special, creating something so that you don't need to spend your social media doom scrolling time looking for kids' things to do. You can just have that for your own time, look at cute outfits, look at cute memes, and then leave all the kids' stuff to the app.
Awesome. That is so good. It's so good, isn't it? And you were even trying to look the other day, weren't you, in Lane Cove for something near you, Kat, weren't you?
Yeah, like we're always, because we actually used to live in the eastern suburbs and we moved to the North Shore last year. And so obviously I don't know the North Shore that well. So there's everything's new. So we are going to the same park all the time. And it's like, oh, here we go again. So it would be great to be able to just access something that just tells you without having to you've got so much going on all the time. Like, the last thing I want to do, because it takes ages, and you Google it and it still doesn't really tell you what's going on or whatever. It's like, you're good at finding things. You are good at researching and stuff, but obviously it takes a lot of time. Like, it would be great to just have an app available that you can just go on and be like, this is where we're going today.
Almost like a little, randomly pick, okay, this is a new place, it's close enough to me.
Yeah, it's a bit more exciting for everyone as well. And actually, my husband would probably benefit from it as well, because he would just go to the same park over and over again. But if he had an app, he would definitely be like, oh, we could go, it's a lot easier for him. Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
That I was just going to say as well, isn't it true though? Because Dylan does that too. He literally, he is happy just doing the routine that worked 3 or 4 weekends in a row. And it's us that are going, no, today we're going to go and find another space, like a museum that's got something on, those particular events. I'm doom scrolling on really fast behind my pillow, Saturday morning, really quickly as the kids are waking up and really grumbly and we've got to get them out because they're starting to kill each other. What can we find? And then Dills is like, oh, you're on your phone. I'm like, I'm trying to find something. And he's like, we're just going to the park.
And then you go to the new place and they're like, oh, that was such a good day. That was such a great idea. I'm like, yeah, no. I realize it.
That's why I planned it this way, right?
Every weekend without fail. God, that was really good. How did you find that? Oh, it's true.
I think that must be a husband thing, because my husband's got the app. He's also got me as a resource that knows everywhere, and he'll still go to the same park every single time he takes the kids out.
Yeah. It is an interesting one actually in our local park. I only noticed it because we're setting up the dad walks with pram steps, that it's predominantly dads on a Saturday. Predominantly dads. Yes. It's quite interesting. Early on Saturday mornings in that playground, it's all full of dads. It's obviously just mums going, I just need one lion, just one in the morning. On a Saturday, after a full week with the kids or at work or whatever. And so I've now been like, if obviously I wanted to recruit some dads, they just got to walk down to this park because they're not going anywhere else.
Yeah. That's so true.
All the time.
So good.
Yeah. And it's true, like you said, it's routine that they like as well. But when you break the mold and just go, well, just see, let's just try. But if Dylan had an app, that obviously he downloaded Playtime Planner, I think he'd be a bit more experimental with it all.
Yeah, you need to get him on it. We've got some updates coming out next week. Hold off on that. But so by the time this airs, the updates will be out, and then give it to the dads. We've got location services will be on. It'll run a bit better. And some nice deals, and we've had a few local businesses put in some specials for mums, awesome. So, some nice little treats. And I think the dads will like that.
So good. And for UK as well, how important is it, do you think, for other mums to kind of see what you're doing and get inspired by that, because a lot of mums, like obviously we connected this way. Me and Kat connected a huge amount on so many levels, didn't we, about trying to do the hustle, trying to set up separate businesses, but daring to do it when you don't actually have any time, if not 100% less time than you had before kids. Like, how important is it to kind of spread that positivity about you can do this, you can set up something that helps other mums as well?
I think we really need to just all support each other and know that there is space for everyone, regardless of if you have an idea and something that you're really passionate about, like just do it, even if someone else is doing something quite similar. Because there really is space for everyone, and we really do want to support the journey of mums going through this. Like, there's not everyone is, lucky enough to be able to not go back to a 9-to-5 job. But if we really focus and support these side hustles, maybe, a few more mums will be able to work flexibly and work around their family needs and how they want to work. And I've been inspired by so many women in the community just that I've met, even, starting up little things that they just, like even sensory play, or there's a really great one, Traintopia, where she was in the UK. She saw that there were play groups with trains and no one was doing that here. And so she just bought a whole lot of train stuff, sets it up in halls, and kids go wild for it. And it's become huge, an overnight success. So, I'm learning so much from these people that are just like finding these really niche things and putting it out there in the world. And we should all support them because, it's womanhood, right? We all look after each other. Or parenthood. It doesn't just have to be mums. It could be dads too. And we should all be trying to support small, support local. Yeah.
Definitely. It's also interesting, this stuff that is really successful as well. Like you think of these ideas and you're like, oh no, that wouldn't take off. And then actually, like, some people do things and you're like, wow, like that is really taken off. It's like unexpected things, like trains, like who would have thought?
Yeah. Like, I feel like most families have a train set in their house.
Yeah.
Well, I would not think to put train sets in a hall and think that it would take, but it is brilliant. And I go and I take a coffee and my kids do not disturb me for the entire hour. So I know everyone needs to get onto that.
We could literally do this with anything.
Yeah.
Mums need it. Like Cocktailtopia. It's just like in like a room for an hour just drinking solidly. But there's hundreds of different types. We could actually do this.
See, we're in that hustle mindset there.
Well, honestly. Genuinely though, Lockie's he's more into soccer, so he'd just be absolutely fine with a room full of balls, and I think they've done that before. But trucks and cars, you're right, if something specific where obviously so many mums joke about their kids obviously just having an entire garage worth of cars and trucks in their toy cupboard, don't they? Why not just bring it to a hall? It's such a good idea.
Yes.
Oh god.
And then they get collaborative play and then toys that they don't see all the time. So even if it's their same toy but in a different colour, it's a whole new world to them.
Yeah.
Oh, Kat, Millie could do Barbietopia.
Yeah. We could record 20 episodes of the podcast.
Sophie, this could be the new thing. This could literally go wild every week. Oh, it's quite a lot of toys to store, actually. I don't know. We can figure it out. It's true though, isn't it? That's the supporting side of it has been amazing for me too. But also since we set up this podcast as well, because who are you without anyone supporting you, really?
Yeah. Exactly.
And I think it's easy when you first set these up. Actually, you said this, Kat, more so, didn't you? That and you mentioned it as well, Kate, having space for everybody. Because sometimes we're not reinventing the wheel with certain things, but we are pulling lots of separate things together to try and make it easier. I think that's the big statement for all mums. If you can find something that is an issue that is made that you can make easier for any of us, to save time, to give us a bit more of an easy life, to have a hot coffee, we're winning. It's going to be a game changer, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we were actually just discussing earlier as well, Australia is specifically such an expat country. It is so, in motherhood, if your families aren't here, or, you don't have your friends that you grew up with, or, everyone's doing their different things. A lot of my friends like to travel and don't have kids, and there's a lot of different things going on. It can be very isolating and lonely as well if you are trying to navigate work, family life, just your house, like washing, cleaning, everything, plus get your friends, plus like feel like you're not absolutely drowning, and being able to like resonate with other people, and like have those conversations where like other people are in the same boat, so you don't feel so alone, I think is so important. And like Playtime Planner, this podcast, like all these things are such great ideas that are bringing people together. I think it's just amazing, to be honest. Like I wouldn't have survived, I don't think, without Flick. I mean,
Right.
we met organically, but
We did.
yeah,
Cat,
we met in the
Cat
park.
yelled my name across the park, didn't you? It was great.
Yeah.
Love that.
However, technically, it was through the childcare app that I recognized
Oh.
Indie.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
there was a bit of tech in there as well. But you know, it's so important to have connections with other people, and like as you have that journey through life as well. Like it's good to meet new people, and like um for those different stages. So yeah, I think they're just all great ideas. I think everyone's in the same boat, and
Yeah.
it's great that everyone's kind of thinking the same as well.
Yeah, I agree. And we should all support each other. That's the
Yeah,
key.
100%.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. And what's it like? So how old are your children, Kate?
My youngest is 4, my oldest is 5. So I've got
Okay.
last year of preschool, first year of kindy.
So how are you finding 2 boys? So I've got a boy and a girl. Kat's got 2 girls. How are you finding the 2 boy scenario? Fill us in. What's the chaos?
Chaos doesn't even describe it. Like beyond chaos. It is wild. We have to be out of the house. We have to get them up, get them out of the house straight away, or it is like a WWE wrestling jam going on here. There is constant fighting all the time.
Oh,
It just never stops. So I have to wear them out.
yeah.
They're very close. They love each other. They, sneak into each other's bedrooms. They love to have like a little cuddle, but they also drive each other crazy. And I think the 1 year age gap is we're really going to struggle with like who wants to be top dog all the time. They're the same height. They're the same weight. They look alike. It's just like, yeah, it's a lot. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted all the time.
Yeah.
It is. It's so different, isn't it? Because I'd say that now from Indy and Millie together, they were pretty excitable, weren't they, as toddlers? Like Millie was very laid back, actually, very chilled, and Indy was like, "Come on, we've got to go," bossing Millie around all the time. And they do activities, but they were more bothered about hanging out with each other, weren't they? And they'd still chill and do like Play-Doh and drawing, and Indy does quite a lot of that now. And then the shift from that with boy has been massive. And he's just kicking footballs in my head as soon as I've made a coffee, like square on in the forehead. I'm like, great aim, mate. Not used to that. And we've had to move everything to high shelves because if it's anything that's breakable, he just crushes it with his bare hands. It's just the strength is just a different level. And it just made me think when I was seeing all these activities, when you were building this app, I was like, you must have so much energy, like it takes so much energy, but you need to do it, don't you? Because they're not
energy to be at home.
Yeah, exactly. Harder to be at home, isn't it, with the 2 of them? Because it's the same with these 2. They're starting to grumble and fight and play wrestle, and so with 2 boys, I can imagine that's pretty hardcore as well.
Yeah, we've got like a clear space with a crash mat, and that's like the wrestle zone. Nowhere else we're not allowed to touch anyone else if we're outside that zone. It's crazy. But then they're outside or they're at an activity and they're like best friends holding hands, having the best time of their life. So that's why for me, it's like get up, get them out and keep them out as long as humanly possible. We don't have the midday nap anymore, so let's just keep them out all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take a deep breath.
Yes. How old are yours, Kat?
So I have Millie who's 4 and Harper who's 1.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so they're really cute. They're like little besties, but they wrestle like they're like 2 little boys sometimes. I'm like they are so rough with each other, and Harper loves it. Like Millie's so rough. She'll like literally pull her along the floor, like just and Harper's just got a smile on her face the whole time. I'm like, everyone just needs to relax. But yeah, when it's good to get them out, go to the beach or like take them to the park or just out in fresh air, and it's just so much better. Otherwise, it's just constant like, stop touching this, stop touching that. Oh my God. Stop destroying the hives.
As well, too.
Yeah.
That's what they did when we came round, wasn't it? I was like, Kat, just let you know, Millie's got half a bad scruff of the neck and she's just dragging her across the floor. Half is like that. And it was just normal.
Yeah.
I was like, and she's like, it's fine. I was like, yeah, okay, fine. Because Lockie's in the other direction, like kicking Indy on the sofa, pushing them all off one by one. I was like, yeah, this is just a normal Sunday.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I know. And I guess that's why also it's so important to find your village at the ages that your kids are at as well, because we've got a lot of friends who have now got newborns and it's wonderful. It's absolutely amazing. But we're at the next shift where we absolutely cannot stop. So the cafes that we're being invited to still, like to coffee and things, have no fences.
Yeah.
And Indy's fine, but Lockie is absolutely rogue. And if it's like on a corner of a road, like in Rose Bay, like where the kind of what the busy road meets the other one, they're just like, oh, you're making me tired just looking at you, because I am like pouring with sweat, running up and down the stairs, across the road. I'm in the tennis courts because the ball's there. So Lockie's found himself in someone's tennis match, like stealing the balls. It's just another world, isn't it? You have to just be really, I just hope that everyone gets that friend that goes, of course I'll come to the playground. Of course I'll come to the fenced off area because I understand the stage you're at. Because you can't.
Everyone needs that.
Yeah.
Everyone has to have that.
Yeah.
I think that's what really got me through motherhood too, is like, I have one best friend that has a child just a little bit younger than my youngest, but they're all wild together. And now she's got younger twins, but that's okay. Like, she is the mum that just comes along for the wild ride. Yeah. She's like, okay, it needs to be fenced today because everyone's, having a bit of a wild running off mood. And it makes your life just so much better. So much easier.
It takes the stress away, like the anxiety of like, oh my God, are they going to be annoyed because I'm like running away from the conversation 20 times, or like, it's so much better when someone understands. So yeah.
Although we do start about 50 conversations every play date and we never finish one.
Yeah.
That is totally normal.
Yeah.
Like this is why we started the podcast, isn't it? Because we could have one long continuous conversation without being interrupted. We still do get that, don't we? We still get little me's all the way through it.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of that, oh my God, Kat, you tell a story, the ballet session with Millie and Indy as well, because they are girly girls to an extent, but we thought everybody is very, it's quite regimented. A lot of people take their kids to ballet here, and you can see all the girls tottering in with their little dresses, and they're all very prim and proper, and they obviously love it. Everybody says their kids love ballet, but Indy refused to go unless Millie went, and then oh my God, you can tell it was just ridiculous once we got there, wasn't it?
They would just go in together and then just run riot. They'd be going and stealing toys, and then we'd be like, oh my God, stop, right, we're going. We're gonna go. And there's like other little girls just doing all the right things. And then Millie and Indy was just like running in circles, like with all the toys.
Like an entire, why they put toys at the back of a ballet studio, I don't know. But all the other girls stood there like really nice, like really excited, singing to Mary Poppins, and ours were like gunmetal in the background, getting the ribbons, like trailing them across the floor. Like I was like, oh, we better go. The lady was so annoyed, wasn't she? She was like, ladies. I was like, it's not going to happen, guys. We're just not going to come back.
I think I know exactly the place you're talking about, and it just makes me laugh even more because it is very prim and proper, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, honestly. Because that's the best thing, is that I knew I didn't have to worry if I was with Kat, because we knew that if one of them went feral, the other one wasn't far behind, and vice versa anyway.
Yeah.
So we'd always bring them back to yours when we were like sat there with a cup of tea, and they'd just be going right. And I was like, oh, this feels a little bit more like home. We're back to normal again.
This is where we belong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's really sweet.
Yeah,
it's been good actually, hasn't it? But you're right, it's so important to kind of keep making opportunities for people to meet other mums in the age category too, because it shifts so fast from the newborn to the kind of sitting up. And even with pram steps, realistically the walks are for 0 to 8 months maximum, really. Lockie won't sit in a pram anymore now. So there's like windows for all these different activities. So it's great to know that you can find them in one place, but kind of, pending age as well, which is good.
Yeah. I think one thing I did find that was interesting that is really lacking though is supporting the neurodivergent kids.
Yeah, right.
Not a lot of activities or like neurodivergent friendly play spaces around. So that's another one that I think is really lacking in the community. If anyone wants to, hustle there we go. They're the people to look after. Make sure that the mums are also feeling included and have their tribe as well.
That is a great point.
Yeah. Because, not every child can sit through a ballet class.
Yeah.
Or not every child wants the sensory overload of a play centre. So we do need to kind of think about how every child can be included.
Yeah.
Oh, good. And is that something that could be incorporated into your app perhaps later on?
Yeah, we've added in what we do find is inclusive, which is why I've noticed there is such a gap. And there are like swimming lessons for children with disabilities or neurodivergent kids, but that's honestly most of what we found. Like our councils, I think, are doing really well at making more inclusive play spaces. And it's just, I think the activities need to catch up and also be thinking about all children.
Yeah, absolutely. And people to run them as well, I think, is, in the spaces. Be great. I feel like there's still a lot of empty spaces around here that could be utilised in particular ways, empty halls. And I know the community halls are obviously run for predominantly parties and things, but there's definitely a gap there as well where people could use the space a little bit more for classes and things to help parents. There's never enough, really, is it? There's never enough activities. There's never enough different, to obviously go across the board of every kind of ability and every want and need. That's why Traintopia is a fantastic idea for specifically that category, isn't it?
Yeah. There you go. I'll have to reach out to her and say, maybe you need a neurodivergent or disability friendly class because I'm just not finding any.
That's really interesting. When we talk about various different activities that are available, the research behind that only comes from mums, actually telling people what they want. I think it's really easy to kind of go, oh, well, my kids want this, so let's set that up. And then obviously, realistically, I think it comes from other mums, like the research. The forums, I think I've found most useful to see what actually is really needed too. Kat, Matt and I spoke a lot about that there's a huge amount of mums feeling isolated with their children at different ages, not necessarily, even things like not being able to take kids, two children to something. So there's something for babies and there's something for toddlers, but there's not necessarily something for both where they can enjoy playing together in that field. And I think you said it, didn't you, Kat, that the park is why you go there, because a park is for both technically, but not really babies, but kind of Harper can now sit. But other than that, maybe the beach, really.
Yeah.
And not everyone lives near a beach. So
Exactly. Yeah. When Harper was a baby, she just got dragged everywhere. It was just all about Millie because couldn't really do anything otherwise.
Yeah. It is. It's a really interesting kind of little pathway to kind of look down, and endless. So we can always it's always welcoming to hear different ideas of kind of how we can bring more mums together and stuff as well. Because I'm constantly writing. There was even a couple of posts the other day. Oh, does anyone know of any mum walk that's happening? And there's lots of different variations of mum walks around. But when you're in a new area in particular, like you moved and you Cat, and I was like, no, don't. We were like diagonal from each other. Like, Kat is my absolute rock. Yeah, we were literally like a stone's throw. She couldn't get rid of me. And then sadly, we helped them pack up and they just drove off into the sunset.
I mean, it's literally half an hour drive. It feels like a world away.
It's not that far. Yeah, it's not that far. But the kids love it when they see each other, don't they? They get to catch up.
Well, they just have the best time.
Yeah,
how cute little friendships at that age too.
It's so cute.
It's like their world. Sweet.
Millie is obsessed with Indy. Everything's, oh, make this for Indy. Oh, I'm going to draw this picture for Indy. Like yesterday, she opened some leftover Christmas cards. She was like, I'm just going to draw this for Indy. I'm like, and she just learned to write her name. So she keeps writing her name on everything. And is like, this is for Indy. I'm like, I'm sure Indy will love your name.
You've done well then. Indy writes, but she writes backwards, like perfectly backwards, which I was like, that's a skill. I don't know. Never even thought about it before you. And you went on the Today Show, Kate. Tell us about that.
Okay, I'm going to be I just have to tell this story. I have to tell it to someone. It was going on the Today Show was almost the worst day of my life.
Why? Oh God, no. Tell us all.
So I had a really good lead up time for it because they planned everything before Christmas, which was great, but I was terrified. I was so nervous.
Yeah.
Then I wake up on the day and I am like sick, like beside myself sick. Like everything wants to expel from my body sick. And I'm like, I must just be so nervous. This obviously is just nerves. You know, it's my body just preparing. It's fine. I talk myself out of it. My best friend picked me up to take me. Thank goodness. She like calmed me down. We ran through a few things. It was all great. I get on the Today Show and luckily, thank goodness, I was fine. But then as soon as I get home, I realized I had the worst gastro of my life. And I was like thinking to myself, could you imagine if that happened on live TV? Like there is like a 1 second delay. That could have been such a disaster.
Oh my God.
I was sick for like a full week with it. It was awful.
Oh, Kate. Did you get the words out though? Did you manage to say everything you wanted to say about the app?
I did. And I think I was less nervous because I was just trying to hold everything in my stomach.
Oh.
Oh my God. And you're talking to the right people, aren't you, Kat? Because literally we know everything there is to know about gastro and it's...
Yeah.
And for some reason now, I think my kids have super immunity and never get it, but I get it every time. Like if it's in their preschool class or their friendship group or whatever, they're fine. I get it.
It like passes through them into you. It's like, how?
Yes.
Oh.
I think we had like one night of one vomit from one child, but me a full week sick.
Oh my God.
But yeah, the Today Show was great. It was like a fun experience.
Yeah. That's awesome though, to be able to go on to a show like that. Like that's huge.
Yeah, it was. And they reached out to me, so I felt like, you know, a little bit of a celebrity. I was like, I'm an expert. Of course I will be on the show.
Absolutely. You've got to rock that stuff. But I also feel as well, it's quite in keeping that you had what we have a little term called mumland moment. And it's like where you absolutely get like basically just pulled back down to the ground. Like you get really kind of humbled by the fact you are a parent and that we're going to remind you of that.
And this is my life. Yeah, but at least like cool. I felt good. Like I loved my outfit. I had my makeup done. I was like, at least if I'm sick, I'm going to like feel glamorous doing it.
I'm going to go down talking about the app, whatever happened, pouring sweat. I will do this.
Such a mum thing. That is our life now.
Yeah. Literally.
And that the illnesses is just it's a whole other topic, isn't it? But Kat and I've had our fair share of it last year in particular. We like...
it was never ending. It
was another level, wasn't it? I tell you what.
I think it's when you have the younger ones too. It's like, you know, because we're out of it almost. The boys had one flu last year for a couple of days, and that was literally their whole year of sickness.
Yeah.
So I think it's like when you bring that younger one into the environment, and then it's just it's hard.
Definitely.
And you just know it's like an unspoken rule. If you just go, oh, the house is down with gastro, everyone's just like, send help. Like, what do you do? Because you know it's like a war zone. And like I would say, last time we all had, I didn't even get it actually, but everybody else got it. All three, Dylan and the kids. And I was in hospital with Lockie because he just wasn't stopping. And then I get a call from Dylan like, I can't move. And then Indy couldn't move. I was like, oh my God. And I came back and every duvet had been used, every towel, every sheet, every blanket. I didn't even know we had those blankets, but they were used. And you just look at it and you're like, okay.
And you know where they got it from? So we hosted for the first time in our house. Everyone that attended, bar I think one person, got gastro. Every single person. I was like, oh my God.
I was going to tell her.
It It was horrific. I felt so bad. I was like, how has this happened?
It was bizarre though, because you'd had gastro but like 3 weeks before. So it's like, it was bizarre, wasn't it? And then,
Yeah.
you said everyone was going down like a ton of bricks and it was
Yeah.
fast. It was super fast. I was like, I wasn't going to say cat. I was going to save you there. I was going to say it generically.
Oh, it was horrific. But
Yeah, it's just, that's the ultimate. Is there one other moment, Kate, that you think has been a mumland moment for you that kind of summarizes day-to-day chaos? And it can have been from when the kids are young, or there's so many, I know.
I get brought down to earth all the time. Like, you can look as fancy as you look, and then your kids will see you changing in the shower and be like, why is your belly button like that? Or, all these like little things.
Yeah.
I'm very humbled by having children.
yeah.
That's the raw side of it. Indy was jumping on my stomach. I was lay on the floor, standard, couldn't get up. Lay on the floor the other day on the carpet, and Indy's jumping up and down. She's like, wibbly wobbly, wibbly wobbly, wibbly wobbly. And I was like, ow. And then we had it sounds very exotic, but we had a friend down the road who had a pool, the hottest day ever recently. And I was like, I'm going to be that mum. It's always Dylan who really kind of goes in the pool with them, like for hours and stuff. And I dip in and out, but I was like, oh, I'll take you in, like you can jump. And I hold Indy and I've got my glasses on. You don't think anything could possibly happen, anything at all. And she jumps up and she headbutts my sunglasses, smashes my sunglasses into my eye. And I'm blind. I was like, I can't even see. She jumps in. Someone else has to get her because she actually can't swim. I was like, I can't actually see anything. That's all you can see now is like 2 additional lines indented from my sunglasses. I was like, oh my God, I'm just going to sit down for a minute. Take 5.
They do this to us.
I know.
Wow.
You always think, this is going to be so idyllic. It's going to be perfect. And then it's just like, oh, forget it.
This was you, Kat. It was so funny. You voice noted me at Christmas about saying you had the idyllic vision of Millie sitting down and doing, like you can see on Instagram, mums doing cards.
Yeah. Writing your letter to Santa. And I was like, come on, let's go down and write the letter. And then she just was like messing around the whole time to the point that I was like, right, forget it. Like, you just get what you get. You'll get what you get and you don't get upset. That's the latest thing from childcare. That's the latest thing.
That's so funny. I'm going to use that one.
Yeah.
Mums see perfection everywhere through Instagram.
Yeah.
They don't need more of that.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's why I think your app is so fantastic, because you're taking the hard work out. We don't have the time to scroll through all this stuff. And a lot of the time we all give up, right? So we all go, I want to do something today. Oh my God, I can't. I don't even have a minute. Like, I keep getting interrupted. I'm not going to start. You can start Googling like what's on events on this occasion near me, 5 minutes away on a ferry. It's not worth it. Like, it's so good to have like a go-to now that we can keep going back to. It's great.
Make it easy. Free up your like brain space so that if you are on Google or on social media, it's like your own time.
Yeah.
Let's give you plan it in 5 minutes.
Yeah. So where can we find it?
So you can download it through the App Store or wherever you get your apps from. Just search for Playtime Planner and it's there.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
I'll get it downloaded.
Yeah,
amazing. We'll put the link on there when we put this out as well. So then we can do a little bit of a repost for you too, so everyone can find it.
I love that. And Instagram too is Playtime Planner App. Just to throw that out there. Love a good follow. Yeah.
That's awesome. Amazing. Kate, thank you so much for today. Honestly, it's been so lovely to catch up about everything. And to obviously talk about the app. And it's been great.
Perfect. It's been so fun. Thank you so much for having me as your first guest. I feel really honoured.
You are very first 2026 House of Coffee and Chaos podcast guest.
Yes, we're going to have to do a catch up in like a year or 2 years time and be like, wow, look at how far we've all come.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. That would be so good.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for having me. It was so nice to meet you, Kat and Flick. It was so good to see you. Perfect. Amazing.
All right, lovely.
Thank you
soon.
Bye. Thank you.